get up. Let me explain what we're gonna do with the lesson is. It's how to scramble eggs, okay? And the do now, which I'm gonna skip some things just so we'll have time. I don't know if I go through the regular thing while I'm explaining things, if we'll have time. The do now would be describe the best scrambled eggs you've ever had in your entire life, okay? And that'll be used later on, okay? Plus it'll also get the kids thinking about scrambled eggs, about food, and do everything a do now or an anticipatory set should do. The objective is, after receiving instruction from the teacher, I will scramble eggs according to industry standards, okay? And the demonstration of learning, Mr. Henderson, can you hand me a rubric? The demonstration of learning is you're going to actually scramble eggs. I doubt everybody will get to. And it will be assessed according to a cooking rubric, which I have over here that you can look at later. Okay, so what's going to happen is I'm going to demonstrate how to do it while you write down the steps on a flow chart. Then we're going to break up into groups of two, and two people will come up to each stove, and one person will actually scramble the eggs while the other person is reading their directions to them. Okay? What I would normally do, a philosophy in teaching that I really like, and it really works well with hands-on, is when you're teaching somebody something hands-on is, I do, you watch, I do, you help, you do, I help, you do, I watch. Okay? But we're going to skip the first two parts for the demonstration. So it's going to be you do, I help. Okay? So what I'd like everybody to do, first we're going to need a volunteer to come up and do the demonstration for everybody with me. And, and everybody else, just either come up to the stainless steel, I hope you brought pens. Ah! Come up right here. Come up to the stainless steel tables, either here or here. Take a flow chart. Okay. All right, you guys with me? Yeah. All right. Okay, now, normally my students, they would wash their hands and you put on their aprons and hairnets and all that stuff.
They use soap?
Huh? Yeah, they use hot sauce. And if you want to do that before you come and cook your eggs, that's fine. Since you're actually cooking them for yourself, I'm not going to mandate it. We don't have any gloves, but we actually don't need them. I washed my hands properly just before you came in. Therefore, I don't need to wear gloves to do this. Does anybody know when you're required to wear gloves when working with food?
All times.
Nope. According to the Board of Health.
Preparation.
Preparing, mixing.
When you're handling the
When you
food
touch
itself.
a chef, when you mix, you need to
Direct contact with the food.
Never.
Only when you're handling ready-to-eat food or poultry. Ready-to-eat food is food that's not going to be cooked. Okay? If I'm making sandwiches, I have to wear gloves. If I'm cracking an egg into the bowl, I don't have to wear gloves. First of all, my hand isn't going to touch the egg. Second of all, the egg is going to be cooked. Okay? If I'm making tuna salad and I want to mix it with my hands, yes, I have to wear gloves. Okay? But if I'm cutting carrots, onions, or celery to put in soup, no, I don't have to wear gloves because it's going to be cooked. But no matter what, at all times, I have to practice proper hand washing procedures. Okay? So, here we have everything we need. I'll be demonstrating over there for camera purposes when we actually cook, but we're going to be working here and here, and I have everything set up at the 3 stations. And everything that's here, everything you need is called mise en place. Okay? It's a French term. Mise en place, M-I-S-E-E-N-P-L-A-C-E. And that means everything in place. Before you do anything in food preparation, you have to have your mise en place. or as we say in the industry, your messing place. Okay? So this is our mise en place, and what we're gonna do today is learn how to properly scramble eggs. So, we have our volunteers here, about a handful of volunteers. Okay, and I'm gonna tell them what to do, and you're gonna write down the steps as best you can. You might have to go to the other side, you might not fill up all the boxes, but that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so you ready? All right, you wash your hands?
No.
Give your hands a wash real quick, 30 seconds. And while he's doing that, who has experience with scrambling eggs? Okay, everybody does? Well, you see, I don't want to assume prior knowledge. So that's why I asked, okay? Who thinks they're really good at making scrambled eggs? It's okay, you can be good, Ms. Burnett, all right.
When you gonna get to the expert?
Okay, who thinks they're an expert at making scrambled? Oh, Mr. Bond does. Okay. There you go. Now, because I like you guys, and I don't think, but since we only have time for a certain amount of tries, we'll scramble 3 eggs at a time, okay? Now, we're using an electric range top. If it was gas, I wouldn't do this step first, okay? But since it's electric, the first step is gonna be to turn the burner onto number 6 so it gets hot. And so that could be getting hot while you're doing this, okay?
Electric burners versus, say, the gas burners, when you see the fire come up. Do electric burners get hotter faster than the gas?
No, there's a term, cooking with gas. You ever hear that? We're cooking with gas now? No.
You don't find no different?
No, I don't like electric.
Me either.
No, I don't
Why
like-
don't you like electric?
Why don't I like electric? I think you can regulate the heat better with gas,
Right,
okay? Because you can see the flame,
right.
and you know, after, you know, when you're experienced, you can tell how you know, high you need a flame depending on what you need to do. Obviously, if you want to bring water to a boil, you're gonna crank it up. But if you're gonna saute, if you're gonna do eggs, anything where you don't need the flame really high or really low, I like gas better.
I'm just curious, because I have gas at home, and I went on a vacation, and we had electric stuff, and I found that it cooked my food fast. I just didn't like it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I was just curious.
I don't like it either.
What about the induction?
Well, induction, I mean, you know, and I like induction for out in the dining room,
Oh, okay.
okay, because it doesn't add heat to the dining room. Everybody knows what induction is? Induction cooking. That's where you have a specialized cooking element and a specialized pot. And the heat only transfers to that specific metal that the pot is made out of, okay? So, and the unit doesn't generate heat. Like you can have, if you take a pot of water, put it on the element or the unit and bring it to a boil, you could take that pot off and put your hand right on the cooking unit, and it's not hot. And that's really excellent for dining rooms, okay? Like banquets, you ever see like a pasta station or a saute station or tableside cookery? Because one, you don't have to deal with flame or fuel, which could be, you know, a fire hazard
Sounds like a
or a fire
microwave.
concern. Huh?
Does it work like a microwave?
No, you put a pan.
Induction.
It's not an oven.
Metal,
Okay.
heats up.
And two, it doesn't add any heat to the dining room, because if you're doing a lot of that, then it's gonna add heat, you have to crank up the AC, and that's gonna cost you more in energy charges and things like that, so. That's induction. Okay, now, we're gonna crack, we have our burner on, we're gonna crack 3 eggs into the bowl, open up 3 eggs into the bowl. Want me to show you one, or you wanna just take it from there?
You just contaminated the bowl.
Huh? No, my hands are clean.
Yeah, but you touched the inside of the bowl.
Yeah, but my hands are clean.
But the egg has to go in the bowl.
And the egg's gonna be cooked.
Gotta close them.
Ah, okay,
Okay, give me one, let me try.
go ahead.
Yeah. I tried
Oh,
doing
not
it one
bad.
handed,
He's an
but I
expert.
couldn't.
Not bad, a little shell, a little shell,
Do I get a show now?
a little shell.
I don't have my glasses.
Well, you know what, he's gonna eat this himself, so I'm gonna leave it in.
Do I put them in here?
Huh? Yeah, we cooked the shell, but, you know, you gotta make sure it's well
Can I put
done.
the egg in here?
That's why I have that, okay? And you see, we're putting, Bond, But I got crisis on speed dial, okay? We're putting the eggshells into a bowl here because you never want to work directly over garbage or anything. So you always have a waste container of some type on your table, and at certain point in times, you empty that into the garbage, yeah.
Ms. Van Sickles brought up a good point. If you have a cut on your finger, you should wear gloves at all times, right?
Yeah, that's an excellent point. If you have a cut, well, actually, if you have a cut, it should be bandaged, and then you should have the glove over. Yes, that's a good point. You want to go again? You want to try one-handed this time?
I'm gonna try, but
Try.
it didn't work out. That's how I put the shell in there. I think I just don't have the
You see,
proper-
better, there was no shell. Okay, do your last one.
That was a little bit better. I got shell in there?
Yeah, a little shell. That was good. That was good. Okay. Now, usually you do this with a whip. I don't know if we have any whips, but ask any old-time short order cook. 2 spoons will do the job just nicely. You want to whip them up? You want to jump in anytime? Whip them up. And what you do when you're whipping them up, right, you see how he's tilting the bowl? You see...